Hey folks, welcome to the channel. My name is Daniel, and today we're going to have a look at my portfolio as it stands today, Sunday, August 9th. And let me start by saying what a week. Not only did we do quite a bit of shopping, we also ended on a green note, which I'm definitely not going to complain about. So looking at the day return, obviously this is from Friday. We're up almost 0.5% with $84. On the week, we are up by 2% at $370. By the month, we're up 4% by $740. And at the 3-month mark, we're up almost 3% at $517. And for the year return, it's going to look the same, seeing as we started investing around June 10th. So we're seeing green right now, but throughout the week there was actually quite a few small dips. So I did do a lot of shopping trying to dollar cost average or just add on to positions that I'm looking to hold on for the long term. And before we get into some of those specific orders, I just wanted to scroll through the portfolio here. I do hold positions in about 57 companies, and again, as noted prior, I do believe that that is too much, so I am looking to exit out of some of these positions, not necessarily this month, but at a later time. Alright, jumping into the orders of the week, I'm going to go ahead and scroll all the way down to August 3rd, which was on Monday, and you can see I've done quite a few purchases throughout the week. Let's see here, down, okay, July 3rd. So we started off with a limited buy of Coca-Cola. Again, I believe in Coca-Cola long term, so I'm just trying to add as many stocks as I can get. And as you see here, as we scroll through, I'm simply adding into the positions I already have. I haven't added any new stocks or new companies to the portfolio in some weeks, so I'm just trying to reposition myself, adding into the companies that I do believe in long term. And throughout the week, I've been adding in incremental amounts, anywhere between from, let's say, $10 to, I think the most was 50, which I placed in Apple. I do believe in Apple long term, and especially looking forward to their split upcoming here at the end of the month. So as you can see here, I'm adding into companies that pretty much covers a lot of different sectors, and again, I am definitely trying to be diversified here, not only in my dividend stocks but also in my overall growth stocks. So overall, I spent about $1,000 this week, which is a lot of money for a lot of people, but in order for me to meet my end of year goal of having a portfolio closer to 30K, I'm trying to step it up here. And I do believe that even though a lot of these companies may go up and down in value throughout the next month, given the situation we're in, I definitely believe the overall value is just going to increase in time. I also did some options trading, not only for Microsoft as you see here, but I frequently do cash covered puts on TNA, and what you see here is part of my credit spread that I did for Apple. I do the same thing for SPY, and again another cash covered put for TNA, which expired the week before this one. And again, it's just a good way for me to get some extra passive income, or at least try to mitigate against some of the losses that you may potentially see as part of your overall portfolio endeavors. Taking a look at the overall portfolio value, you do see that I have a little over 12,000 in stocks and options with a cash or buying power value of, well, almost 7,000, and I tend to hold quite a bit of cash just in the case that we do see a dip. I want to be able to buy into that, or to continue to have some sort of collateral to put into options as needed. As an example, what I'm currently doing for TNA, I usually need around $3,000 to have a cash covered put in place, which gives me in average a premium around $30 a week, or at least per cash covered put. Looking into the overall stocks portfolio here, I will go ahead and filter by shares, and you'll be able to see that ticker symbol INN is where I have the most shares. I do think I'm going to exit this position eventually, but for now I'm just going to hold it to see where it is. I've held almost 34 stocks since the beginning, and for my total return, this has been close to, I think, maybe around $100 loss. So you can see that it's gone down quite a bit, at least closer now to $62, which it's a loss, but it's much better than losing $100. Then we move into at&t, which is a company I believe in long term. Ticker symbol APHA. I may hold this company. I'm not too sure yet, but at least for now, it's been going up and down for me. I've seen a total return of closer to $10, and now it's back into a loss of 18. So it goes up and down for me. Realty income, something I'm going to hold for long term. I mean, who's going to complain about a monthly dividend paying stock? I'm definitely not. So I'm just going to keep adding to this position, making sure that I dollar cost average whenever it's possible. It did increase quite a lot this week, so I didn't do any purchases. I think I did maybe a stock or two. But at this point, at $62, I'm just going to wait for it. There might be another dip, so I want it closer to my average. Coke, another company I'm a true believer on long term, so I'm just gonna increase my position and gonna keep buying into this. NEX, again, one of my initial investments I made. I think I'm gonna let this one go. Not necessarily this month, but maybe next. We will see where we are in a few weeks from now. Just scrolling through here again, trying to position myself where I meet my end of year goals when it comes to what companies that I want to invest in, or at least hold for long term. I'm not going to complain about adding money into Dividend Aristocrats or Kings, because ultimately those are also companies that I believe in long term. And then again, I want to continue to put money into growth stocks such as Microsoft or Apple or J&J. And just continuing to scroll through here, you do see that, at least filtering from shares, I do have a lot of fractional shares in some of the companies with bigger share prices. And it's not necessarily that I'm not willing to pay the share price that they're currently at. It's just given the volatility of the stock market at the moment, it goes up and down. So I'm just slowly trying to buy into companies with a larger share price, and just making sure that I'm able to buy into these companies without having to buy them at the full share price. Looking at the total return, again, realty income has been super good for me this week. I have an average cost of a little over $58, and it's currently sitting at 62. Coke has given me some return this week as well. Pfizer, UPS, Disney, Bank of America, Apple. Again, Apple is trading pretty high, especially comparing it to before their earnings. But I'll continue to buy into this company regardless of the share price, because I do believe in them long term. So Facebook, Microsoft, Affleck, and we can go down the list here. I'm seeing at least some return in a lot of these companies, which is always great to see. And for equity, again, the top three here will be Realty Income, Coke, and at&t. Three companies that I'm definitely gonna hold for I don't know how long, but probably for the rest of my investing days. The same thing with Affleck, and definitely with Microsoft as well. Jumping back to the dashboard here, I think I'm going to talk a bit about my plays for next week. When it comes to options trading, I'm definitely looking at TNA doing another cash covered put. And for credit spreads, I think I'm going to look into Microsoft and Apple, and potentially look into Facebook, depending on where it kind of trades Monday and Tuesday. For stocks purchases, I think I'm going to do the exact same thing as I did this week. Trying to dollar cost average whenever I see a dip throughout the week in some of the companies that I already hold stock in. I don't think at this time there's a lot on my watch list that I'm looking to add, but again, keeping an eye on that for as well. And regardless of where Microsoft and Apple trade next week, I'm going to continue pumping money into that. Again, two tech companies that are both part of my growth, but also dividend portfolio. So I just want to increase my position in those. With that being said, I think I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Hopefully you found value in this content, and let me know below kind of what your plays or thoughts are about next week. Are we going to see a few red days? Are we going to see a few green days? Are we going to see a mix? Are we going to see only green, only red? Let me know. Thanks, everybody.